Nevada.
Can we talk for a little while?
Can we talk tonight? Not the noise, not the fight, just the truth under these desert lights.
I heard Claude crying through the phone line, saying something ain't adding up this time. Marshall's watching water run thin, asking where the promises have been. And I said, baby, bring the receipts. Story feels the power in the street.
Oh, Carson City knows what people's right
When the people don't get invited inside. Yeah, yeah. Tell me who signed it, tell me who knew, tell me who paid and who it was sold to. We don't need fancy words,
We don't need another show.
we need a place where every county gets to say what it knows. Can we talk Nevada? Can we tell the truth tonight?
Bring it to the
From
light.
borders to the mountains, from the dirt roads to the lights. Nevada, hold on tight. Call it in, text it in, let your county say its name. 17 voices singing, but the heartbeat is the same.
Can we talk Nevada?
Ooh, can we talk?
Real voices, real receipts, real follow through, real talk.
Churchill's got a story in the wind. Douglas knows the pressure closing in. Elko stands beneath that open sky, saying, don't you sell our future dry.
Esmeralda, you're not too small. Eureka, we can hear your call. Humboldt, Lander, Lincoln too. There's a place on this line for you.
Lions got questions, minerals got names. Pershing's been watching, white bean feels the same.
From every courthouse, every school, every well, every rule.
Every budget, every road, every secret we were never told.
If it touches our children,
We're gonna talk about it.
if it touches our water,
We're gonna talk about it.
talk about it, baby. If it touches our taxes,
We're gonna talk about it. If it hides in the dark, we're gonna bring it out. Can we talk Nevada? Can we tell the truth tonight?
bring it to the
From the
light.
valleys to the mountains, from the dirt roads to the lights.
Nevada,
Hold on tight. Call it in, text it in, let your county say its name. 17 voices singing, but the heartbeat is the same.
can we talk Nevada?
Ooh, can we talk?
Real voices, real receipts, real follow through, real talk.
Say what you heard.
Say what you know.
Bring that email.
Bring that photo.
Bring that agenda.
Bring that file.
Bring that question they avoided for a while.
Rumors are leads, receipts approved.
We follow the trail till we find the truth.
Clark County,
Can we talk?
Washoe County,
Can we talk?
Clark County,
Can we talk? Echo
County,
Can we talk? Carson City, can we talk?
Churchill County,
Can we talk? Galveston County, can we talk?
Lyon County,
Can we talk?
Story County,
Can we talk? Humble Granny, can we talk?
Grapevine County,
Can we talk?
Lincoln County,
Can we talk?
Pershing County,
Can we talk?
Nelda County,
Can we talk?
Lanarone County,
Can we talk?
Richter County,
Can we talk?
Esmeralda County,
Can we talk?
oh, 17 under one desert sky.
Nevada, don't let your voice go by. Can we talk?
Oh,
Nevada, can we tell the truth tonight?
bring it to the
From the
light.
valleys to the mountains, from the dirt roads to the lights, Nevada, hold on tight. Call it in, text it in, let your county say its name. 17 voices singing, but the heartbeat is the same.
Can we talk, Nevada?
Ooh, can we talk?
Real voices, real receipts, real follow through, real talk.
Nevada,
Pick up the phone.
you are not alone.
This is your county.
This is your home.
Can we talk, Nevada live? Nevadans talk to Nevadans tonight. Real voices, real receipts, real follow through, real life.
That's right. Can we talk, Nevada? Hey, hey. Bum, bum. Can we talk, Nevada? Good evening. Good evening, Nevada. This is Matthew Winterhawk, and you are watching W4Nevada Live. This is our first official Friday night live call-in show. So, this is where Nevada, as the song said, gets to talk to Nevada. Filtered? No. Not filtered through any party machines, not buried under any agency language, not reduced to a 30-second public comment. Timer, beep, 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 beep. I don't know how many of you have actually done public comments, but it's awful. I mean, when I did the one in Nye County, it was like, gwong, 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 and then we're like, boom, boom, like church bells were going off. Anyways. So after the decision's already been made, you don't want to have to do that. So you're not ignored because you live in a rural county. You're not dismissed because you do not have a lobbyist, an attorney, a consultant, or a political connection. This platform right here is for all 17 counties. Clark, Washoe, Carson City, Churchill, Douglas, Elko, Esmeralda, Eureka, Humboldt, Lander, Lincoln, Lyon, Mineral Nye, Pershing, Story, and White Pine. Not just 2 counties in a sports book, ladies and gentlemen. Every county, every town, every rural road, every valley, every family that still believes that Nevada belongs to Nevadans, the people who live here. Clark and Washoe, we love you. We love you too. Maybe not as much as you love yourselves, but we do love you. The W4Nevada is built for the whole state. Tuesday nights are reserved for investigations, records, timelines, agencies, contracts, zoning, water, land, schools, budgets, mining, data centers, utilities, and the government accountability. Friday nights are for the people. Your calls, your county, your concerns, your questions, your receipts, your stories, your warnings, your local government issues, your school board issues, your water board issues. And we're not talking about a military technique, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the board that controls the water. Your code enforcement issues, your public comment fights, your agency runarounds that are currently happening, your nobody is listening to me moment. Tonight, we are listening. The number is 702-381-4295, and you can call, you can text, you can send receipts, you can bring the heart, all of your feelings, you can bring the frustration, you can bring the facts. But please watch the language, because we are broadcasting across multiple platforms, and this is built for all Nevadans. So we're going to keep it respectful, factual, and useful. And look at that. We'll take that call, because here we go. But as we're continuing, 1 second here, caller. This is not a place for threats. This is not a place for doxing. This is not a place for slurs. This is not a place for knowingly spreading false claims. But public officials, agencies, boards, commissions, companies, contracts, votes, budgets, policies, and public records are all absolutely fair discussion. If you've got receipts, bring them. If you're sharing a rumor, label it as a rumor. And if you want to stay anonymous, say that clearly so we can protect your name. But understand this, once something is said live, it is broadcast and becomes part of the public conversation across all platforms. So be smart, be brave, and be factual. W4Nevada exists because special interests have lobbyists, agencies have spokespeople, developers have attorneys, and political machines have consultants. Nevadans deserve an advocate. 17 counties, 1 Nevada, power back to the people. So before we take this first call, which is already here, thank you for calling in. How we're going to keep this moving is each caller is going to get about 5 minutes to lay out their issues. Start with your name, nickname, or anonymous, your county, your city, your town, the issue, the agency, board, company, official, or document involved, what you want Nevada or Nevadans to know, and what action or answer that you're looking for. And that is exactly how we're going to start. So good evening, and thank you for being the first caller. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm going to go in anonymous. I'm from Lyon County.
Okay.
And my question is we have some contamination going on here. I've taken water samples and soil samples, of which they haven't come back good.
Okay.
And then as I'm floating around about a year and a half trying to figure out what's going on around here with crops and such and mining and, you name it, AI down the street, solar down the street, all this stuff going on at one time.
That's right. A lot of production going on, a lot of development.
Yes, specifically the Urrington area.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking around on the NDEP site,
Yeah.
Nevada Environmental Protection,
Okay.
and I come across the results of some testing that the Pirate Reservation down here asked for.
Okay.
And now don't quote me on the time, it's on their website. I believe it was 3 to 4 years ago that they had questions about the water that was going through and hitting a weir or a device that would put it into, the main, back into the rivers, whatever.
Yep.
And the testing that the NDEP did came back, they went back to the reservation over there, and they informed them, due to the sample results, that it was expressed upon to them not to grow row crops,
Wow.
nor consume them, and do not drink your water, as it would be detrimental, if not fatal, to your life.
Wow. And how long
And
ago
this
was that
is on
notice?
that notice. I believe that the testing was done about 3 years ago. And
That's
like
recent.
I said, don't quote me on the time. It is on their website, the NDEP website.
Okay.
And it had to do with the reservation, what was going on there, and it was kind of like one of their look what we've done, type of
Wow.
deals. And it stated right in it on the video that do not eat your crops that you grow on your property or your reservation or what you want to, their land, and do not consume your water. So my whole question is I don't think there's too many boundaries that stop that contamination from their reservation to the growers and such in this valley. How can that keep going on if that is present?
I
Already
suppose
noted.
I was going to say, I suppose that if nobody's actually pushing for the testing and bringing it in front of people, and you're allowing the companies obviously that who would benefit, and it would be detrimental to them to test it a certain way and or be honest or forthwith with the information. Um, it seems like that may have happened in the past. So go ahead. I continue. I apologize for cutting you off.
Well, I guess my question would be, once I read that, and I don't have a garden anymore on my property
Right.
because of that reason, although I do have what they call the city water, which isn't, too much below the levels that are allowed.
Yeah, don't you love that?
Of
That's
course,
what they tell you. Acceptable amounts legally.
yeah, yeah.
Those-
And the acceptable amounts are not really well taken within your kidneys and, your systems of your body.
I would
So,
imagine.
right. And, it's amazing that the crops are still being grown. You drive down the streets here, and here you've got carrots, you've got, whatever, a lot of alfalfa growing. Not sure on the other side of the valley. I haven't traveled over there recently, but, I'm very much questioning what's going on. And you try to ask, like, the head of the city water, and he's like, well, show me your results. And where did you get them done? And let us test. Why don't you get them tested at our site, at our labs?
Right. Well, that
And on the
question
labs
makes
that,
sense to have, you're right, a contrast. And of course, if they want to pay for that, because I know if you went out of pocket and had to pay for your own actual comprehensive test, you're looking around $600. It's not just an average
exactly.
PFAS little test that you get. Someone comes over to try to sell you some Culligan, like, oh, your water's dirty. No, it's different. It's very advanced, looking for
Right.
radionuclides, radium, uranium, arsenic, lead, mercury. It's a lot different testing.
So this was a full panel
Yeah.
that I had done on my property and my soil. And, I'm assuming, not that it was documented on that website that I read or I was watching, that, what the testing was, but they said that like I said, the outcome of the test, they informed them, don't grow your food and don't eat it and don't drink your water.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, and that's, go to the NDEP website. There it is in plain in full living color
Yeah, that'd
of
be the
what their
best too.
results were.
If you could
Yeah.
wrap that and send that over to me, obviously, so we're talking Lyon County, and we're talking which area specifically, like where we're having the
The
water tested in are we inside town? Are we out in rural? Are we in Weed Heights? Are we over Green Acres? Are we like where are we at?
Lucier Campbell, off
Okay.
Campbell and Lucier.
Okay.
In between Campbell and Lucier off Sunset Hills.
Wow.
Hmm.
So I mean that's quite a distance, obviously, right? And you're seeing that there. And then I would imagine you travel down as I've seen some testing all the way over to Green Acres. I've seen testing closer to Weber. I've seen quite a few, and it's more so being able to bring that to light. And I leave that to the people that are ready to move forward because outside of the intimidation and the factor that happens, I do have to let people step forward because you see what happens when I went into that county. It's get out of here, outsider. I'm going to continue to bring the light to it, and that's why I bring this forward. So if they hear everyone else continuing to speak on this, I believe that they'll start to kind of open up and we'll get a little more transparency in that county. But it's going to take a lot of people being a little more brave and requiring and asking the questions that need be asked. But I'm always more than willing to take a time, get a statement together and go to the Lyon County Commission or go to City Council or planning boards or zone, whatever you need. So if you get that together and throw that
That would,
into an email, I'm always down to speak it.
I sure can. I sure can.
All righty.
And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in today. Have a great evening.
All right.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just that easy. 702-381-4295. You call the phone, you get a quick conversation, and we want to make sure that we understand what's going on. And like I said, this is a founded information. We're going to get the links on that, and we'll follow up with it. So we're talking about water testing as late and or as recent as 3 years ago to where you couldn't use it for food or crops or bathing or who knows what else. That's quite a situation. Now, I had many conversations across the Walker River watershed and with many people from as far as going up into the Douglas County area and expanding and coming down into Mineral and then back down to Bridgeport and Inez and the left and or east and west legs that travel up. Like I've spent a great deal of time over there, and for a reason. Sometimes when you see a disaster and you know there's something you can do, even if it's just bringing the continued clarity and focus on the disaster, you can't look away. And that's what happened to me there. That's what happened to me in White Pine County with the situation with Commission over there. That's what happened to me with the Elko situation inside the Rubies and ski valleys and mountains and different situations that are over there with the school systems failing. Like every time I was out there and running around, I just kept finding a purpose to serve and or step up in that area and speak. And I was willing to say whatever it was that needed to be said. I'm not afraid of them. I don't have to go to their jobs tomorrow. They don't control my paycheck. They don't make my life this way or that way. They have nothing they can do to scare, intimidate, or bias me. It's not going to happen. So I can speak frankly on behalf of whomever came to me with the story, a request, or a necessity for me to step up, show up, or come voice the opinions or the facts and details from each one of these places. Because everyone deserves an advocate. I say it all the time. They got lobbyists, they got consultants, they got donors, they got everything in their corner. It's time that Nevadans had an advocate that just is fearless. And I want that to replicate. I want that to resonate. I want it to pick up. I don't want to be the guy. I never wanted to be the guy, but I can be the guy. Does that make sense? There was this saying a long time ago where, was it easy times made weak men made hard times made strong men? Is that what it is? Something like that. We're at that stage. The hard times have led to people like me and people that'll call and people that'll go to these boards to stand up and be like, yeah, no, I see your land development deal. No, that's a conflict of interest. No, you can't hire your sister. No, you can't give a six-figure salary to the assistant, to the assistant, to the assistant dean at the school while teachers are being $60,000 a year and they have to actually teach and educate the next generation of students. And then you have someone's failed whatever relative that just gets hired in and is managing those people inside. And I've seen it in many different counties. And they'll say it's not nepotism. Oh, that's right. Because it's not direct blood, profitability, whatever. Yeah. It's not a PERS retirement. It's not steps in seniority and pay. It's not. Everything exists for a reason. And I know that many people, like I said, they're too afraid. You could come with anything. That was an anonymous call. Give an anonymous call from anywhere about anything about this state that needs to be said. There's nobody here chasing you down. There's nobody turning over anything. You've got somebody in your corner in all 17 counties. Get up and say it. This is your moment. You all got 5 minutes. They only give you 3. They give you 5 in Nye County at the school board if you're like, I'm representing this media company, or like, I'm representing 12 people. Give me 5 minutes. They were doing that a lot during that session that I was over there. Quite a few of them, actually. 3 or 4 of them. So that's what we're here for tonight. That's it. Send receipts. Send the receipts. Say hi. Don't be afraid. And then in the meantime, I guess I'll put on some music in the background here, because I don't want to be bored. I don't know about you. I like that Can We Talk Nevada. Was that a good track? Because I'm working on it. Something fun. This one here is fun too. We're waiting for our callers. When the call comes in, obviously, we'll pull back the music. But to simply sit here with a bald, middle-aged, white guy on a camera, probably not the greatest TV show to watch. There's many other things. You could go watch Alex, what's that guy's name? The frogs are gay! What's that guy's name? You can go watch that, guys. You can see sensationalized media, which is probably way more entertaining than some random dude who does civic engagement and genuinely actually does the work. Not just the sensationalism, but follows up with paperwork and judiciary, disciplinary referrals, and every other piece of paperwork, because we'd be doing ethics violations, litigious efforts, legislative efforts, utilizing the power of the Nevada revised statutes to overturn commission. When they don't listen, we make them. That's what we're here for, 17 counties. They're elected, they're appointed, but at the end of the day, we're in charge. It's time for them to remember that. I'm excited about it. I hope you are. We've been doing a lot of talks about data centers, a lot of education. People want to learn about data centers. It's fun to talk about, but then when they understand the kind of ruse that they've been in for, it's a whole different shenanigans. It's okay. But I feel sad that for literally 15 years that Nevadans had the wool pulled over their eyes, as they say. Do you know that's why they permit it all in pieces, so the burden looks small, you know? But the burden itself is one machine. And the machine runs on Nevada's water, Nevada's grid, Nevada's land, Nevada's air, Nevada's emergency services, and Nevada's ratepayers. So, they gotta remember these things, right? Yeah, Nevada. Hey, hey. Battleborn. 702-381-4295. The phone lines are open. We did get one call today. That's okay. I call that a success. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see if we can continue the talks. We're just gonna relax and listen to music. Turn the lights down now. I'm just kidding. It's still sunlight outside, guys. Come on. Chill. Chill. Ooh. That's right. I like that music. And just so you know, this is the type of music that, like, when Winterhawk's in the car and he's cruising down the highway, all those 100,000 plus miles, that's what I was listening to. Hey.
Something ain't right at the school today. I heard a washer say the water's thin, and nobody tells us where the money went.
702-381-4295. Phone lines are open.
Asking who keeps selling off the land.
Oh, tonight's not my show, it's your show. I just listen to some music when you're not talking.
When the bill comes due this time.
Hey.
We don't need a polished speech. We just need a place to speak. Bring your heart, bring your name, bring the paper with the date. Can we talk Nevada?
Can we talk Nevada?
Can we tell the truth tonight?
Can we tell the truth tonight?
From the valleys to the mountains.
Hey.
Bring what's hidden to the light. Call it in, text it in.
Oh, I should check the text too. By the way, you can text.
17 voices singing.
Hey, and we do have a text actually. We actually do have a text. We got a text from.
This is home. This is us. Real voices, real receipts. Real follow through.
I can't say that message, but it says Lance Gilman, F them all. That's what I see. I feel your sentiment, sir. Hey, hey. So I want to know what county you're calling from. What are you hearing? Is it firsthand, secondhand? Is it a rumor? Do you have a document, a message, a meeting notice, or a source? What should Nevadans be watching out for? You know? Do you know what I heard? I heard that there's going to be a possible 37th special session. It's going to be about affordability, gas, the gas tax moratorium, man. They're the ones that put the tax on us, but just for their votes, they're going to put the gas tax moratorium. What else could be attached, do you think? And make clear it's confirmed, but right now it's unconfirmed. unless and until the official record exists. But I have heard from several people that there will be a 37th special session before the election. Now, how's that going to happen? I don't know. It'll be fun. I'm not reporting it as confirmed, as said. I am saying that enough people are whispering that Nevadans should probably be asking questions early. Special sessions don't happen out of nowhere, much like the Hollywood one everybody knew before it was happening. And if the topic is affordability, what does that mean? Is it real relief for Nevadans? Or is it a political headline for votes like everything is and was and ever will be with these people is? And if gas taxes are involved, what happens to road funding? Right? Because that's how they sold it the first time. Who else could be attached to that call, do you think? What benefits? And who is lobbying for it? What counties are hearing anything right now? Which of you out there in Carson, Churchill, Clark, Douglas, Elko, Esmeralda, Lander, Lincoln, Lyon, Mineral Nye, Pershing, Story, Washoe, and White Pine counties? What should citizens be asking their legislators right now? Hey, we've got the calls open, I'm telling you. We want to know what you're doing. We talked about data centers. We talked about corruption. We've talked about quite a few things over the last 2 weeks. You know this call here is for you. And I get it. Maybe not a lot of people see it, and maybe you're intimidated. Who knows? But we're here for you. I've been on live right here for about 31 minutes, and we'll see if we get another call in the next 30 minutes. And if not, well then, sign off, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm just going to sit here like a dink. We'll work it up. It's the first one, and we got one call. And it was an important call, in my opinion. I would love to have a million calls a night and not be able to take them all and have to apologize every time because I could not get people on there. I got somebody who messaged in the background, said that they're going to start working with the homeless to see how they can help them because a commissioner inside of Nye County has stolen their personal property. Jesus invites them to come to the feast, and anyone who says that the homeless don't want or deserve help has never been homeless. And that comes from someone who messaged it in the background here. So thank you for that. I saw it. I'm looking. I'm watching. You can text. Like I said, don't be nervous. If you text better, text. If you want to call, great. If you're nervous about any of that, well, I'm sorry. Doing my best here, ladies and gentlemen, to continue to serve at no capacity, but to give you every tool that you need. That's what I want to do. I want to know, can we talk, Nevada? Let's see if we can talk. We're going to keep it going right here. Phone lines are open, 702-381-4295. Yeah, there we go. 702-381-4295. Can we talk tonight?
Not the noise,
Not the noise, not the fight.
just the truth.
Just the
under
truth.
these desert lights.
Under these desert lights. Can we talk
I
tonight?
heard Clark crying through the phone line, saying something.
Oh, that's
ain't
weird.
adding up this time.
Let me double check. We may have had a phone connection issue, but I'm gonna double check.
And I said, baby, bring the receipts.
Story feels the power in the street. Carson City knows what papers hide when the people don't.
Hey, I hear that one, see?
Tell me who signed it. Tell me who knew. Tell me who.
That was me testing the line. I had to make sure it was working, so it's working. We hear that noise when somebody calls in.
We don't need another show.
Hey.
We need a place where every county gets to say what it knows.
Let's see, this song is strong. Can we talk, Nevada?
Can we tell the truth tonight?
That song got intense. Can we talk, Nevada? Hey. I say they got people that are trying to call in, but here I am. Hey.
17 voices singing, but the heartbeat is the same.
Let me check the spam folder.
Ooh, can we talk? Real voices, real receipts.
Hey. That's right.
Churchill's got a story in the wind. Douglas
Somebody sent us something in the background here. Let me check it. Look.
Elko stands beneath that open sky.
Oh, okay. They didn't say whether they wanted to be anonymous or not. So we got, let me turn this audio down so I can talk about it. We can taco about it. Wow, that song is very powerful. Woo, that song is powerful. I apologize. Hey, if I broke your eardrums, I do apologize. I'm just trying to keep this entertaining. It's got to be extremely boring, like I said. Photos from a Uringtonite taken Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. Let me bring that up. It looks like there may be a chat involved, and we have this wonderful thing, a call to screen share. Yeah, and that was posted on Peas and Switch Times. Let's go over there and take a look. Ooh, there's something. Water delivered to Walker Lake, 2,173 acre-feet. Fantastic. Someone will say, that just got evaporated. You robbed it from the farmers and then you took it away from them and I don't care. I get one way that tells me they hate it, the other one that tells me they love it, one that blames this one, this that blames that one, and all the while it's actually the government and the commissioners and city council that are screwing you all over. But allegedly. 702-381-4295. Phone lines are open as we go over this story. The accurate rest of the story. Many people have been asking why there are so many trucks traveling to the solar project site and whether they're hauling water. A pneumatic trucker driver who is directly involved in the work reached out to help clear up some of the speculation. According to the truck driver working on the project themselves, it doesn't say themselves, but I would imagine that with the word, the pneumatic trucks are not hauling water. The pneumatic trucks are delivering dry bulk concrete powder from Nevada Cement Company in Fernley. This material is used to stabilize the soil on the project roads? Okay. I was like, and to project roads. On the project roads. Here's how the process works. Dry concrete powder is delivered by pneumatic trucks and transferred into a spreader truck. The spreader truck then evenly distributes the powder over the road surface. Water trucks then add water while a large rotary mixer, similar to a giant rototiller, blends the concrete powder into the soil. Finally, a heavy sheep's foot roller compacts the mixture to the required density. As it cures, the stabilized soil hardens, creating a durable road base for construction traffic. Now, I'm reading that there. Looking over here, 30 trucks making trips, 4 trips every 12 hours, running 12-hour shifts. But the city supply can't keep up, so some of the trucks are going to the geothermal plant at Wabuska for water, and that's only the semis that are holding about almost 8,000 gallons. See, here's the thing. That was 13 hours ago. So you have the original story. That one's like updated. There was quite a bit reported 13 hours ago. That says yesterday. Did you delete the original post? Is that why you can't find it? See less. What's going on here, folks? We may have stumbled into something. But there are 30 or so 8,000-gallon trucks hauling water. That's what Jim DeChambeau says. Carrie Stevens liked it. Mary Burns liked it. Sandy Wright liked it. Jessica Goza-Tyner liked that comment. So what's going on? Is it water? Concrete powder. Purpose of this process is to stabilize the roads so they can support heavy equipment during construction. Guys, we're not taking your water. We're taking concrete powder inside of water trucks. What? Excuse me. Hold on. Make it make sense. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me read the original article because somebody screenshot it, which means it's credible. This is screenshot directly. This is not AI. Photos from a Yerington night taken Wednesday, June 24, 2026 in Yerington, Mason Valley, Nevada, the corner of Crometti and McKenzie, where a large water tank lagoon is constructed. City of Yerington is selling water to... Oh, we've got us a phone call. Let me answer that phone call. And then we'll get back to this. You're on the air with W4Nevada Live with Matthew Winterhawk. How are you doing tonight? And what have we got going on?
Oh, I just have some concerns I'd like to speak about.
Would
This
it
is
happen to
Rick
be
Ramsey.
anything about this 8,000 gallons of water going out? I don't know. You let me know. What's going on?
Oh, I was trying to get onto your podcast.
Well, are we talking to a person that would like to be known? Anonymous? What county? Where are we calling from? Who are we talking to?
I'm a legend in my own time. Rick
Fantastic.
Ramsey.
Oh, well, we just had you on the show on Tuesday. Thank you so much for calling in and also spending the time with us on Tuesday, uncovering some actual stuff with documents as well. I'm still actually sitting here, by the way, next to,
Oh,
because it's a lot to go through, right? It's not like, ugh. Oh, wait, hold on,
oh,
can you hear that? Hold on.
no. Yes, I can.
Hit the desk, like, it's probably weighs more than everybody except for Nick Beaton and Chris Beaton's heads. Because those guys have got some big heads. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope Chris Beaton and Nick Beaton are watching, and I know they are. Because I see you, see me.
Okay.
Lyon County, we're talking to Rick Remke, one of the last cowboys in Nevada. Just kidding. There's a lot of Nevadan cowboys. I don't want to disparage anybody. I just love my buddy Rick and his buddy Jose. Who you got here? We got a lot of people on the line, or is it just you, bud?
It's just mine. My phone wouldn't work for some reason, so I went down to the neighbors to borrow one.
The problems of living in rural America.
Well, yeah, you can look at it that way. You get used to it.
That you can get used to, ladies and gentlemen. I am perfectly fine with my cell phone not getting a call or a text because I hate it. To be honest, you see me on this media, but I really don't care too much for media. But the fact of the matter is, technology is necessary. It's part of the thing. It's the growing pains. But what's not necessary is having to look for 25 to 50 years of contamination that does exist in that area. And that, my friend Rick, is something I will not stand for. What about you?
Well, I'm going on 6 years, and the problems I see for anybody who does try and go through the proper channels and do things according to what I guess is the law.
Right?
It's 6 years, and they haven't pulled the soil sample. I had to pull the soil samples. And it was forced onto me by Mark Amaday.
Wow.
The Nevada EPA or whatever, the environmental buzz. I mean, I guess they do their job, but I don't know what their job is, either to cover this up. They are the people, when laws are broken, it's not to keep giving extensions to the mining companies that are doing their drilling.
I tell you.
It's a formal investigation. I mean, that's what I looked at. Every kind of work I've been in, if something like that happened, it got taken care of immediately.
Let me ask you this. What if you
Yeah.
had been driving over somewhere and happened to have had a tank full of harmful chemicals and you splashed it all over the neighbor's yard and it contaminated and killed their dog and killed 2 of their kids and wiped out their crops? Would you be held accountable, Rick?
Oh, you're held accountable, yes. For instance, on one of the big ranches, I'm not going to name its name, it's a Willow Basin Reservoir.
Okay.
They have great big screw gates on there, and that's how you irrigate, and it goes into a drainage. It's water.
Wow.
And the ranch manager that leases the ranch, the people that lease it, they lease it from a mining company. And these people, these mining companies up there, this is up in Winnemucca.
Okay.
They, I've neighbored them. I've been around these people a lot. And we had to use food grade peanut oil because they didn't want a drop of any kind of contamination into the system.
Right.
I mean, that was part of our, and this is just screw valves, you know, and there were 3 or 4 big valves, and it irrigated pastures. It did everything. Now, they're at Newmont. That's who it is. They are very good. As far as I've been around, I'm sure there's probably somebody that says something. And any kind of a problem there, and they had problems. They had trucks that got cattle had hit because it's open range.
Right.
And they took care of the cattle, and if there was any kind of contamination at all, it was cleaned up.
Right.
I mean, cleaned up. Now we come to this down here. I've dealt with mines. I've worked with them, not actually for them. I've been on their deals branding calves. I've done a lot of this. And up there, it's like it's a whole different world. You come down here, 45 gallons in a drainage that is an active drainage when you get floods and stuff.
Yeah.
And they cover it up. I've got all the you've seen the documentation. The book's open.
I heard that Winnemucca's got a project going in that they don't like, and it might have been Pershing actually. Hold on, let me get crisscrossed here. And it was putting a silo out there next to an airport. So I would imagine maybe it is in Pershing and Lovelock in that area.
I honestly don't know about that.
That's something that when you're talking about responsible, and I'm saying like your time that you would have been there, I'm trying to think of something recent within that area that I know there's a kind of like a feud happening from responsibility and responsible people
right.
to now where we are now. It's just atrocious.
Well, and as you follow it and you follow the guidelines, you can go to the federal EPA, Region 9, Dante Rodriguez,
right.
all of these people, clear, and I mean, you can go clear up to the governor, Jennifer, all
What's
the way
going to
up.
happen when you get those offices? If you get a hold of Jennifer Carr, what happens? Give me what happened for you.
So exactly what happens.
Yeah.
You send emails.
Okay.
This will take you approximately a year to finally get to her.
Wow.
And that's emails, that's calling every day, going through all the minions, all the people. I shouldn't say minions. The people are designed there to not get to them.
Right.
Finally, when you do get to Jennifer Carr, and I'm in that situation right now, is she'll talk to you, and then you catch her. I have the soil samples. I have the GPS sighting from the mine where they drilled the hole. And I took soil samples there. Well, when the soil samples came back, I had one listed as 1, one listed as 2, which 2 is my property, 1 is theirs. Well, we sat and we talked for an hour, and she started realizing I knew a lot more about the dirt. I worked for the BLM fighting fire. I have done work for them. I know their guidelines.
Right.
I know their rules. And she goes, well, yeah, there's oil. Both tests show contamination.
Okay.
Well, when you say that, oh, we have proof, or I said it on anything, I didn't say that. She wrote letters and everything. So they deny it right away. Well, everything runs downstream.
Right.
It's so, okay, so then you go on and you fight and you argue and you go back and forth. We're talking months. Well, then she sends the next guy under that's the chief of, I'm not sure what, basically he's supposed to fix this. We go with him, calls are made. Finally, he goes, okay, we're going to test. We're going to get tests. Well, you find out who's testing it is the mine.
Right.
It's not anybody outside of the circle. So I guess in the way I look at it, so if I go shoot your family, are they going to let me go
represent?
Well, no, go get all the materials, do the investigation.
Exactly.
They're letting the mine pick the spots. They sent me they did. They were keeping me in, and they sent me a map showing where they wanted to test. Well, I looked at it, and I go, and me and Jose looked at it, because we know. And we go, this is wrong. So I immediately call him and say, this map's wrong. Oh, thank you. So we drive all over, and he's trying to show me, and it's not in drainages. And if it isn't a drainage, it's not the drainage where the water comes from.
Right.
Well, he doesn't know I have the map from the mining company that they send their investors.
Correct.
And they have how much they got and everything. It's red, blue, and everything. So I proceed to pull it out, and I go, well, here's where they drill. They have GPS. They had to have got licensed to be in that area.
Right.
Why are, basically, why are we doing this dog and pony show? So we go up to where the big problem was, and the mine covered it up. And I told them they covered. I have a witness that saw them covering it up.
Right. And how do
And
they cover?
he
How do
go
they
over-
cover it up? I hear you say that they're covering it up, but how do they cover up a spill like that?
What they did is they hired the person, which I know their name, which it'll be brought up at the right time, but they do all their drill pads and everything, and they had a backhoe come in
Okay.
and bury it. Big piles.
So they put fresh dirt on top of it, so when that dirt and/or soil is tested, it comes up clean.
Well, there's nothing there. It looks like there's nothing there. No, they're going to drill. They're going to test the spot where they cleaned all the dirt out of. They're going to test in those piles because the crap's still there.
Right.
The pile is not on where the area was.
Right.
And it was a large area. There was a huge spill that would be on the south side where the drill rig was set up. Well, when it blew everything up, it was on the other side of the drainage too. There was 3 other big spots, which I have them filmed with a rock and everything. So he's standing there, and I grab a shovel and a plastic bucket, and I go over right where I've been testing, right where the rock and everything is. I dig it up, and he scampers down there very fast and grabs a handful of it and smells it, and he goes, "This is oil." Well, yeah, I know it is. Well, they hauled it off. Then I get the excuse, they have places they can haul it off. Well, that's not the point. This is the way it is when you turn in a spill report, because I have been on some, that on a fire. It was on the hot pot fire. And they cleaned the area up, they dug it out, and they had some kind of machine that checked and see. The dirt was bagged. It wasn't that much. It was where they had filled the cat.
Okay.
And they cleaned it up right there. They had a sniffer thing. Okay, got to go a little deeper. And they did. And it was hauled off.
Wow.
And now these guys don't have any of these tests. They don't have any of this. So when we do come down and we have the visit, he already admitted right there.
Right.
Yes, there's oil. Okay. So we come down to the house, and he's picking the spot apart where I'm at. First thing I said, this has been a long time. Yes, it has.
Right.
I've been asking you to do this. Well, you could have been here the day before, which they did drive over and said we didn't see anything. They didn't get out. They drove over it and said, oh, there's nothing there, and tried to close the case.
It sounds like when I ask my 8-year-old to go find her shoes, she's like, I can't find them. I didn't see it. And I walk up the stairs. They're like right there in front of my face. And I'm like, hey, you mean those shoes that you can't see that are right there in front of your face? So like you're dealing with, if I may bring out the ageist in me. I mean, what are they younger than you and dismissing you? Are they your age and dismissing you?
They're younger people. Younger people.
I just wanted to know that just for future's reference sake, because one thing that I do, even 43 years old, I went and spent time with a good friend of mine who just turned 80 years old. That's 8 decades. And what I treasure in those moments is to be able to listen to somebody with wisdom. So I slow down, I listen, I give a response correctly. And then when I watch someone in those situations, and that's why I asked that question, like, are they younger, just out of curiosity?
Well,
because it's like they have
people.
less time to listen to you, and it's insane to me.
Well, see, and everybody dismisses it.
Right.
Because when we came down and we finally got the guy there, he came in, he looked at everything. I explained where my hay yard was.
Yeah.
This is the drainage. He saw what I did, and I dug a trench to try and keep it from my dirt or my animals, my garden, all my stuff.
Of course.
There was too much water. So he goes, well, if the mine did this, I don't know if they could even fix it. He said that in front of a witness on both deals. But yet, I gave them 3 weeks to come up to fix my problem. They
Right.
said, well, we're going to test. I said, you guys test, you can test the whole place.
You know what the
I
problem
have
is,
the
is
test.
is you didn't know, right? And a lot of people wouldn't know in your situation that at that moment when you start to kind of buck the system and have those questions with a corporation or a council or a commission, that you are at the moment where you need to be litigious. You need to start looking at lawyers and bringing your records and moving that
Okay.
way. And that isn't that wild, because nobody teaches you that, because you would imagine that these government offices are there for serving you and taking care of you. And the problem that you're met with, you, along with many others inside the state that continue to reach out and we work together on their problems inside of their issues, it is a great deal of them have forgot that they work for us. They're elected and or
Exactly.
appointed through a system by us. And when I
We're
see someone
paying them to
struggle,
do this to us.
yeah, and had they done something like that, or like I said, if you went up into the middle of Yerington and you dumped a bunch of chemical and it went all over into the drains and it hit a kid, like they're not going to go, oh, it's okay. Did anyone else see you hit the kid? Did anyone else watch the chemicals? Okay, I'm gonna test over here on this dirt where the chemicals weren't touching. Oh, that thing over there, the kid, and I'm saying kid because people say kid, it should be children.
Right.
But I'm saying kid for goats. So you hit their goat and you hit this and you have chemical spills, 100% they're coming after you. They want the money for the kid, the
Exactly.
goat. They want the money for the chemical spill. You're going to have some sort of a traffic ticket, some sort of a misdemeanor or a felony. You're going to go back. Where is Line Copper Gold or HUD Bays or MacArthur Pit or Singatsi Peak? Where is their ticket? Where is their fine?
There-
Where is the police
Well,
report? Where is the, because this stuff would happen to you, right? As a citizen.
yes, yes.
That's all I'm
But
asking.
here's the thing you learn. Here's the thing you learn.
Tell me.
The mines, and this is all experience. This is not me making things up. These agencies are supposed to be fighting your battle.
Right.
But the mine came out and had 3 meetings and basically said it was an act of God, and you have to have proof. Well, the agencies will not pull a soil sample on private property,
Right.
any property. So the mine's left up to it. Well, the mine is protected behind the wall of the agencies, because they wrote me a letter and said, they're going to sue me and everything. They're not going to talk to me because I'm spreading slander, and I haven't stopped, and they haven't sued me.
You know, I've seen that. I saw that
sue me?
letter. Yeah.
Right. Would you please sue me so we can go to court? And then you said about the lawyers. I have tried that. And when you call the lawyers that deal in this, the first thing they tell you is, oh, we'll look into it. And then they say, oh, conflicting interest. No. And I don't mean 1 or 2. I've got 4 pages of them.
What's wild to me is when I looked through the paperwork and saw that they co-located cases. They put your case and another lady's case together, and then I could see all the correspondence between you, Dante Rodriguez, Joel Jones, the EPA Region 9 main office. I can see everything. That's the problem, is that for a guy that was dyslexic, you were very well documented on everyone that you've contacted. And I think they bank on the fact that you're older, you lack the education, you suffer from dyslexia, you have these issues. They didn't negate in certain situations that it happened. It was just like, prove it that it happened.
That's exactly what it is. You're exactly right. And any other people that go through this, which I mean, I know there had to be a lot.
Right.
It's not them proving they did it. You have to prove they did it, and you better have a whole battery of everything. Pictures, film. They will switch it around. You can go, and I've hit everybody. You've seen that. From the dog catcher in Yerington, right beneath. I mean, I've gone clear to the White House. I haven't tried for Trump.
Which
but
is
I've
wild
gone
to me
the
that
head
the responses have always just been like, our office will try to get back with you. Thank you for calling.
And see,
You know, like,
right, and the
what is
well,
that?
for instance, the governor's office. I'm just going to use him for example. You can get the secretary, and I called numerous times. Well, as you find out and you start thinking and looking, if he doesn't acknowledge it or talk to you, he can pawn it off on one of the other people. I didn't get it. They
Dear
didn't give it
Mr.
to me.
Remke, I received your voice message from earlier week as well as the email below. I'd like to confirm our earlier discussion on the phone in December and make a point of clarification related to your email. And that would be in the activity in MacArthur Mine property. He's acknowledging that there was drilling going on in MacArthur. But it never happened, Rick.
Well, I've got papers that, I paid a lot of money for the
papers.
test. No, for the testing. I had to go to a lab.
I've got that too.
They sent me, and this was from Mark Amaday. He wanted me to go to Yerington to the farm lab and have it tested. I'm not planting a garden. I don't need to know the pH. I don't need to know what the fertilizer is. I might be a little dyslexic, but I've been around this a long time.
Here's the thing though. If there was elevated manganese, there's different things. So like, it may not seem like much to you because of what you were looking for, but those things are great to have and understand. And then it would reference your area, your surrounding area, the people around you.
Exactly.
You're going to go, hey,
Well,
if you're testing and you're right there that close to me, Rick, well, maybe I should be testing mine. It's like, I think you should. I think you should test it, because if you don't test it, well, then you probably have a bunch of random dead animals. Or I had one lady who was losing dogs. She was losing dogs, huskies, I believe it was, and taking them in, had the vet had tested, and for sure has blood test and has an autopsy on their dog. Which, I mean, you should never have to be getting autopsies done on your animals. I mean,
well, here's the
within
thing.
reason, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that people test, they do autopsies, but I mean, like, as an owner of an animal, I had to get an autopsy because I don't know how they were, how they met their demise. Oh, figures it was chemicals that could have been from a mine, or heavy metals, or nuclear exposure in a waterway that my dog drank out of, or an algae bloom that's killing from chemicals that are dropped in through an agriculture farm. So go ahead. I apologize.
But their point of it is, and this is the point, the system is broken. If you ask for help, I have only asked for help. And to get anywhere, I had to prove beyond a doubt, which they should have been shut down. They have given them, to my knowledge, 4 to 5 extensions and let them keep working instead of doing the testing.
It's seeing stuff like this that just really sets you up. Like seeing a cow wiped out right next to it, and seeing the livestock, and seeing the normal animals just
70 head of chickens that have just died.
Just randomly, right? Just boom.
Well, yeah, they're all free range and they're picking. Well, a cow, you have to understand, when it first happened, yes, the calf died. As they have manure and stuff, because I'm not cleaning and scraping everything up. I'm moving cattle around, keeping the earth as unmoved as I can. Well, the chicken scratches around, and they're scratching through the manure. They're scratching through the dirt out there. They're open range.
Right.
Well, they're eating, and I'm down to like 5 chickens. I guess these are immune to it. I don't know. But I'm very careful where I feed at now. I feed them in tires and stuff, so it has a bottom, so they aren't eating off the ground. Because if you move it around, whatever's there is going to be there.
Yeah.
That doesn't take rocket scientists. But the thing I'm saying is, with the BLM and these agencies, when animals die, you would think they would want to get a hold of it and find out what it is. I mean, maybe I could tell everybody it was a New World screwworm, and I'd have everybody here. It's the screwworm's been around since the 70s. I lived through that, but I don't know about living through this thing. Because there's no, it's designed so you don't get help. And it's designed for the.
I would imagine that's what it is once they have it, like someone else in that town, like I said, had a father that had passed away, had reported the water, has active water test, was one of the recipients of the the point of contact systems in 2020 was being delivered water. After the mine admitted that they had tainted, you know what I mean? They went through their series and then told me that they said, oh, well, your father's dead. And that was why they stopped delivering water. And they didn't proceed
Right.
to try anything because the problem died with the person.
But
And
see,
that
the
was,
thing, right,
all right,
and it is. It's cheaper that way for the mine, and it's cheaper for everybody because this the way this thing is, and as far as it's gone, and you'll see it. Okay, those are two agencies. That is the Nevada agency,
right,
and that is District 9, and Dante Rodriguez, which is in charge of this whole site out here,
correct.
and that's the federal EPA. So I have all those documents. You see the boxes.
Yeah,
Okay, trying to get help, I took it to other people, the full box.
you're right.
It went to the FBI. It went to the, the White House there, I can't think of the name, DOJ.
Okay.
And then I took it to the Nevada DOJ.
So the Attorney General's office.
Whatever. Yes. And the
I recall that
paperwork
situation
back.
where you had filed and then you got a random letter back talking about an open meeting law violation and you'd asked me to say
Yes.
why did they give you that, and I said, oh, well, they're just dismissing whatever it was you submitted because of the categorization of what you'd filed.
Exactly.
Correct.
So we heard about it, and I personally drove down there with Jose,
It's Carson City, right?
and we were right, and we had sat there forever. And can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. The phone did it.
No, no worries.
And we sat there for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
In there. The people were great. The people were excellent, nice as could be. I said, I need this followed up. Can you find out what's going on with my deal? Because my email and stuff, I didn't get it. It wasn't coming across.
Right.
So the lady that looked at it called down to Las Vegas. She had read it. There have been 2 people in there that read the whole thing.
Okay.
And they say, this needs to be checked. And I said, well, what's going on? I've been on the phone, and they're not going to do anything. This isn't worth that. I guess down there they covered
So they're pretty
it up.
much closing the case. They're saying that they're not going to pursue or do anything with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that is the law. That's the people that are supposed to be over these people to make sure they do their job.
Right. On
So-
behalf of Nevadans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got the governor, you've got Ford, you've got Jackie Rosen, and you've got Mark Amadei. And every one of those have been called numerous times, emails to everything.
Correct.
And that's where I'm at. So then I did reach out, like I said, to try and get a law firm or lawyers. And then you run up against, you name the names, who it is.
Yeah.
And, oh, no, we're conflicting interest. We're conflicting. We can't do it. This is calling all over the United States. This isn't calling just Nevada.
Right.
This is big corporations. So, they're very lucrative and very smart because you could have them check the water, or you can have one check the dirt, and you do this, you do this, you do this. Oh, we're working for the firm. Well, you're not going to get your representation.
Well, I can see that that's just the struggle that you've been up against. And as we went into that show on Tuesday night, it was just you're living this life every day and you're just still waiting. Will somebody please get a hold of Rick Remke, get a hold of Jose and Rick, and represent them? And if the case is unfounded, then at the end of it, I'm pretty sure that the Cowboys would do what it is that they want to do. Whether it's walk away, relocate, do their work there, stand the ground, continue to move forward, and just accept it, or continue to fight, however that is. But here's it is. Give them their day in court. Give them their day in front of the mines and get the actual testing done, because this loop of paperwork and confusion circle, driving back and forth to Carson City, corresponding back and forth with commissioners, city council, with companies, with corporations, with lawyers. It's not a ring that these people and or anyone should have to navigate when it's just simply that your company did them wrong. You should have been
Well,
noted then, and it should have been taken care of then. But you left Rick and his family to suffer for nearly 6 years.
well,
So,
and the other thing is, if they did a proper investigation, these people out here need to be aware. They need to call.
you
They
know, that's the
need,
question.
because when this flood came through, it was huge. And that's why I went down to the meeting with the Paiutes downstream, and I explained it to them, what happened. It's gone into the drainage. It went into the river. It's not, you're talking 25 sections
Well, make sure
of
to,
ground.
what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you follow up with everything that you got going on right now. Forward that over just the same. And then we're going to check back in with you. I'm going to open up the phone
Okay.
line again. I'm going to give another. I appreciate you.
Yes.
We just wrapped up the show on Tuesday, so I want everyone to go back and watch that episode.
Yes,
Rick goes into
I didn't
detail.
mean to
Jose
take
goes.
everybody's time.
No, not at all. I wasn't getting phone calls, obviously, so I appreciate the phone call. I wanted to
Okay.
make sure to also just open up the phone line there for another 5-10 minutes, and then I'm probably going to head out. And I've got a function to go to tonight, and then that's how it's going to be. I'm trying to give an hour at the first time for these call-in shows, giving everybody 5 minutes from the time of 7 to 8 p.m. Then we'll expand as it grows. That's my hope, and that's my everything that I like to do. And to be honest, I'm here for 17 counties. I'm not here for me. Friday's show is for you. So when we went over, you don't have to apologize. And thank you so much for calling in.
Okay. Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for you. And I don't mean, like I said earlier when I put the rules up, I wasn't trying to cut anybody off. The amount is just to make sure that they could go back. There's an hour and 50-minute plus episode where we dive into everything with Rick and Jose. And the clarification as well. Try doing this. If you're in distance, ask the man. If you happen to be in a legal representation position, see if you can assist. Are they your fellow Nevadans? Because I've assisted many people. And I continue. I answer the phone, I answer emails, I show up to boards, commissions, committees, I write comments for people. I've written comments into them for their opposition and or support for legislative session, special legislative session. I've written legislative efforts that have gone on to the LCB to become petitioned bills. I've done quite a bit of work. That wasn't for me, it was for you. And it's going to continue to be for you because my home is Nevada. I don't know about you, but I've got nearly 20 years. This is my home. I'm battle-born by choice. And I will never stop working for Nevadans. That's just exactly how it's going to be. And so we're getting the messages popping in the background as well. Let me double check because earlier I got cut off in the middle of reading. But we have to answer the phone when it comes in. And I appreciate the 2 phone calls. Let's get over here and double check and make sure. And it's funny, I have to check spam messages in the back because everybody, oh, that's good to know. The guy that I sold the motorcycle got stranded last night. I felt so bad, but let's go. It was a 41-year-old motorcycle, leaking oil. It's had repairs, but she's been ridden. She needs some work done. 41 years. I'm 43 years old. Hell, I need some work done in restoration. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy with my life. But the reality is I was happy to just find out that they got home. And ladies and gentlemen, home means Nevada. All 17 counties. Carson, Churchill, Clark, Douglas, Elko, Esmeralda, Eureka, Lander, Lincoln, Lyon. Should be called Lying County Commissioners Meeting, right? That's just an inside joke with me and a few people. Anyways, Mineral Nye, Pershing, Story, White Pine, and Washoe counties. I love you. Not just two in a sports book, each and every one of you. And I hope to see each and every one of you as we move forward in this progression of W4Nevada Live. My name is Matthew Winterhawk. I hope you've had a great evening. Signing off. And, can we just talk on Fridays? Get some more people. Get some more interaction for me. Let people know they can call anonymous. And you can talk about anything. You can tell me what's going on the school board, planning, zoning, commission. Should I be looking into the Boys and Girls Club? Should I be looking into the Elks Club? Should I be looking into people at certain businesses? Should we look? Where should we be looking? I need the receipts. I need you to tell me. Because boy, I'm not scared to bring it forward when it's founded. But it has to be founded. I know I got people in Lyon County that were reporting certain things about sheriff's offices. I got people in different counties in Reno, the city, and in Washoe County reporting about law enforcement and some things that may have gone on. This is the time. This is the moment when you want to call in and do that. I'm here for you. This is not about me on Friday night. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a great evening. And make sure we talk, because I don't want to be talking to myself. That is no fun.
Ooh, Nevada.
Nevada, can we talk?
Can we
Please.
talk for a little while?
Can we talk for a little while? Hey,
Can we talk tonight? Not the noise,
Yeah.
not the fight.
not the noise in the fights.
Just the truth.
Just the truth.
Under these desert lights.
Hey. Have a good night,
I
ladies and
heard
gentlemen.
Clark crying through
Thank
the
you.
phone line, saying
you.
something ain't adding up this time.
I do love me this music, I'm telling you. Hey, hey, hey.
Washoe's watching water run thin, asking where the promises have been. And I said, baby, bring the receipts. Story feels the power in the street. Oh,
Carson City knows what people's right.
when the people don't get invited inside. Yeah, yeah. Tell me who signed it. Tell me who knew. Tell me who paid and who it was sold to. We don't need fancy words.
We don't need another show.
We need a place where every county gets to say what it knows. Can we talk, Nevada? Can we tell the truth tonight?
Bring it to the
From
light.
valleys to the mountains, from the dirt roads to the lights, Nevada. Hold on tight. Call it in, text it in, let your county say its name. 17 voices singing, but the heartbeat is the same. Can we talk,
Nevada.
Ooh, can we talk?
Real voices, real receipts, real follow through, real talk.
Churchill's got a story in the wind. Douglas knows the pressure closing in. Elko stands beneath that open sky, saying